Anybody who listens to mainstream media is you're hypnotized. There is not an ounce of truth coming from Canadian mainstream media or basically world media nowadays. It's all a bunch of lies. Seriously, lies. You got to read between the lines. Every situation is an emergency situation.
Nationally, the weekly case counts are down by 4.5% compared to the last week, and average daily numbers of people with COVID-19 in hospitals and ICUs have declined by over 15%. However, the SARS-CoV-2 virus is still circulating widely, and the epidemiological situation is variable across the country. While some jurisdictions are currently reporting increased case counts, ongoing easing of public health measures could lead to increased transmission in more areas over the coming week.
Well, if I guess you're going to lie, you got to lie big. How they can sleep at night, I have no idea. But what they're telling us is absolutely just not true. It's just not true. Any sane person can look through this and say it's not true. There's always going to be some kind of a scare. The Canadian government, what it is now, is out of control. They want to just rule our lives with absolute fear, with a stick. There's got to be some sort of state of emergency going on in order for them to operate. Because without a state of emergency, without some sort of big catastrophic emergency to help us see through it, we'll see through them. And that will be their end.
Of this new disease.
Well, I don't think COVID-19 is a disease. I think COVID-19 is the name of a coronavirus that they gave to the strain that was created in a lab/bat cave in 2019 that they designated COVID-19. So let's see what other kind of scare, hyperbole, emergency situation is going on next.
I've watched the movie Schindler's List, I don't know, probably 10 times in my life, and today,
well, you're just not living a full life.
To walk into the factory, to learn more about the man who was complicated and controversial. He was a Nazi.
Oh my God, a Nazi.
1,200 Jews who...
Okay, I've had enough of this. And speaking of bullshit...
You mentioned the nuclear threat off the top. How worried are you right now about the possibility of a nuclear war, and what are you doing to get ready for that possibility?
Why don't you tell us what Canada wants?
Canada obviously made a choice many decades ago to not develop nuclear weapons, and I think that's something that Canadians are rightly proud of. But at the same time,
well, I guess we're supposed to be proud of anything that you tell us what Canadians do, because every time you open your mouth, there's Canadians this, Canadians that, and I speak for Canadians. I really hate this guy. I really don't like this guy.
Nuclear war. We condemn wholeheartedly the musings of the Russians
the musings.
Nuclear as potential options. We know that we need to solve this together.
Actually, no, we don't need to solve it together. You need to solve it. That's why you are the leader. If you can't solve it, then don't be leader.
Doing that is by demonstrating that Vladimir Putin made a terrible mistake in choosing to overturn decades of peace and stability, of respect for territorial integrity.
And I've had about as much as I can take from listening to this bimbo any longer.